with Artists Up, y'all. We sorry for the technical difficulties, but we gonna get right into it. Let's talk to artists. Let's talk to artists.
We got
Up,
Artists Up,
y'all.
we had technical difficulties, but we here. Right?
Excited.
Shout out to Artists Up. She being patient, with her time, and plus she's online classes right now. She's multitasking. So shout out to you.
Peace.
There you go.
Peace to the family.
Hey, what's going on?
Let's go.
Let's get this started.
Excellent.
Let's go. So listen, y'all know we here. Y'all know what it is. If you have any questions for Artists Up, please put them here. We are reading them live here. You get the answers right here, right now. Any questions you have, let's get it. Any questions? She said it. She's
Yeah, we got the dopest.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
The dopest host. Yo, fire. She
Let's get
has
it.
this open mic. We gonna let her get into it though.
Facts. Who's
What's up,
Artists
Artists Up?
Let's go.
Oh wow. Well, first, I'm excited to be here. Let's talk
Finally,
about it.
right?
Finally, right? Yeah. Listen, man. The time happens the way it's supposed to. Time's not real. It's just an illusion. It's 3-dimensional. So I'm excited to be in the building with you guys. The energy is dope. The live audience, they're rocking out there. DJ Clutch is doing his thing.
Shout out to DJ Clutch.
Yeah.
Clutch in the background.
Yeah, it's rocking out here. It's rocking. So I'm just Artist Up. You said who is Artist Up, Tasha?
Yes. Who is Artists Up? I mean, everybody heard your name before. Everybody, knows you do the open mic on Tuesdays, the expressions. But who is Artists Up?
Well, Artist Up is definitely an extension of Nicole, and she's definitely somebody who is an entertainer all around, poet, public speaker, community activist, actor, but most importantly, besides being an auntie, I'm a lover of life, and that's what Artist Up is. Somebody who is beating the odds day by day and is not falling to the statistics of what she could have been.
I love that. A lover of life. Wow. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, so if we can, let's start off of how you got the name Artist Up. Like, where did Artist Up come from?
Well, quite a few years ago, I was as I was doing my work, and I needed to differentiate between my birth name and my work name. I realized that I'm definitely an artist, as an actor, a poet, a host, an MC, all those different things. But I'm also somebody who comes from a place where dreams usually stay dreams, right? Where people stay. It's hard to get out of the confines of the neighborhood, and it's hard to break barriers that only exist in the hood. And so Up was the only other name. So Artist and Up just went hand in hand together, and there I was born.
Let me know. Yes. Let me know if y'all hear us. Make sure y'all hear us. Y'all hear us. Make sure you
Artist
give me
Up is
some
here.
hearts, give me some thumbs up, give me something. Let me know. Let's go.
So what made you want to get into poetry? How did you start, all of this dope different poetry that you spit?
How you knew you was good at that?
Right.
Well, first, thank you.
You do it off top of the head.
Seriously, how you knew you was so freaking good at it and was like, yo, I'm rocking this.
Well, first of all, thank you guys. You guys rock.
Mhm.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm kind of all right. Thanks, guys. But
Nah, you dope, you rock.
I don't know. Poetry was just something. Poetry gave me the ability to express myself. First, I started out public speaking. I started when I was 9. I did my first speech in Lehman College to children that was about the same age as me. And so the rush, the adrenaline, it was like insane. I was like, this feels like amazing. I know public speaking is the second largest fear in the whole wide world, next to heights. And so I was like, I got something here. But I always wrote poetry because I grew up, like my childhood was kind of fucked up. So I needed something to express myself because in my house it was like what happens at home stays at home. And so I started writing, and I realized that poetry was definitely something that saved my life. So I just want to say shout out to Felix Guzman. Who, made me a
Shout out to Felix, man. Shout out to Felix.
Or made me a bag, and the bag says poetry saved my life. Because poetry saved his life. I said, shit, saved mine too. So that's how I knew poetry was definitely the road to travel.
Wow. See, something's going on. It's making everything turn on. Like,
That's all good. Keep it going.
yeah, keep going.
So,
Okay, so if we can elaborate a little bit about, you said that you had a rough childhood, a rough life, or whatever. If you don't mind, can you give us a little bit more information about that?
Well, I was just born very statistics, and it was a very statistical. So single parent home, ghetto, father wasn't there, just some real typical horrible ass shit, typical for kids like this, and I was just like, this is life. So I wanted to beat the odds and do something quite different.
Okay, so you hear we got this feedback going on, so I'm gonna need you to talk over the feedback so we can make sure that everybody hear you.
Right.
Yeah,
We're
yes,
gonna keep it
so,
going. We're gonna keep it going.
Got that. So how did you, you are a successful, smart, intelligent, beautiful woman, and how did you overcome all of that? Like, if you was talking to somebody, who's going through the same thing, you went through, how did you overcome, all those trials and tribulations that you went through?
Well, first, thank you for that. And I would like to say that I haven't fully overcome anything yet. I'm still a work in progress. And so for young ladies out there, even young boys, but that are going through the same thing, single parent home, some trouble in the home, can't really let you express yourself. I would say it's okay to have your own mind, right? As children, it's difficult because you got to do what your parents or caretakers or caregivers tell you to do. So I would just say have your own mind, stay focused on what you believe you can do. And when older people, adults around you tell you something is you shouldn't do it, like dance or poetry or singing or whatever it is that they think is extra because maybe they never did it or couldn't see it happening for them. You just keep on doing it, find that one counselor in school, find that one person wherever you're at that you get away from them, find that person if you can and let them know that this is really what you want to do, but you don't have the support system at home, and just get to it and always, write or draw or whatever it is that gives you that just keep on doing it. And if you don't have something to give you that yet, keep searching because we all born with a purpose. And just keep on looking for it because it's there. It's going to uncover itself. So I'm still a work in progress.
Yeah, so I want to get into like how you started hosting one of the dopest, illest open mics on Tuesdays. How did that come about?
Shout out to Jihad the God and Russell Chief and Shanika Charles for helping me get that off the ground. An opportunity came to me, and they was like, I think you would be good for this. I think you can make this soar. And I was like, yeah. And I think we need to bring some attention to suicide for young Black women and mental health and the Black and brown communities because, like I said earlier, usually in our homes is what happens at home stays at home. And what that does is that fucks up the child. That does not allow for the child to express themselves. That does not allow for the child to be free. It doesn't allow for them to have a free mind. And, a lot of times people judge white people and they say, oh, your kids in the supermarket screaming on the floor for cereal and they can't get it. They make jokes, but a lot of times in those communities, the white community, the white home, it's okay. A therapist is not something to be looked down upon. Mental health is something that is not ashamed. And it's like, you go talk to the therapist. I'm gonna get you therapy. But then, a lot of times they also have the resources to not have to use a Medicaid therapist who's got a million motherfucking cases on their desk, and they're not really digging into it, and they're not really giving them the help that they need. So, growing up, I said, listen, hey mom, I need to speak to somebody because I'm a little depressed here. Some shit's going on, and I need to talk about it. And not only was it you can't talk about it, but it was like they're gonna say you crazy.
Right.
And you don't want to be deemed as crazy. Now I will say that she was right about she was right about that, but it was wrong at the same time. It was like, who cares if somebody says I'm crazy, and what the fuck is crazy? You know what I'm saying? And so when she finally did agree to let me speak to somebody, it was horrible. It was some Medicaid shit. The lady was not speaking. She was speaking to me in another language. I mean, she just made me feel uncomfortable. And I was like, Miss, I speak English. And she was just like, oh, but you know what I'm saying. And I was just like, all right, mom, don't bring me back there. And it was just a real deterrent. And that kind of sucked. So, I mean, that kind of sucked. So, I mean, it is what it is. And I just think that being able to express yourself artistically is important. And so that's how Tuesday Night Expressions came about. And that's why that's the name of it, because when you don't express yourself, it's not healthy. And that's where angry adults come from. They come from children who are never able to really let loose and let free. And that's why you got all this violence. And, that's really what it is. It's not about poverty or riches or wealth. It's about the ability to understand and understand oneself and express oneself and be able to have a real support team that they can talk to, that don't judge them.
Right now, without being judgmental, that's why I love the Open Mic Tuesdays, because it's therapeutic for me, because everybody go through something. And speaking back on the mental health, back in the day, it never was really acknowledged like that. People was dying, and you ain't know what they was dying from, but it was from the mental health. So now it's really getting acknowledged now, which I say, which is really that's a beautiful thing. But back in the days, I remember when I was growing up. We had a lot of mental health issues, and I used to always walk around wondering why people bugging out on the streets. You see people talking to themselves and stuff like that, and they wasn't getting the treatment that they needed. But they get all of these pills, then it's like, okay, why you need pills? That just makes it worse. So
if I could just intervene, you're saying back in the days, but still, even today, it's still not acknowledged.
Yeah, it's still not acknowledged though, but it's more acknowledged now because a lot of celebrities, they really into it now, and people in innocent youths and different aspects.
That's a fact. Definitely, probably more than back then or whatever. But we definitely need to do better at that. Bringing awareness to that. And when we say mental health or whatever, that's a lot of stuff. It's not just one thing. It's just not about being crazy. It's about anxiety. It's about depression. It's about a lot of things. So it's not just that one. Where people just think, you just straight crazy, you're psycho, or something like that. It's a lot more than that, Absolutely.
Right.
So, thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks for touching up on that artist up. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So, let's get into. So I started watching this, because I heard you was in it or whatever. But I started watching, the series Juicy.
Oh yeah, Shout out to Juicy and
Dope rap series too.
Yeah. So what made you want to get into acting? I mean, I know everything kind of falls into place, one thing leads to the next or whatever, but when, who came to you and said, listen, we want you to be a part of the series or whatever, like how did that start?
Well, first I would say acting is my first love. And so
I thought poetry was.
No, much like rap.
That's
Rap is
why
my
these interviews to find out.
rap is my first love when it comes to music. In entertainment, I think acting is my first love, and I'm definitely an actor first before anything else. So I was, an audition came up and actually Kim Seabrook was like, you should, audition for this. And, went to audition and, I don't really do web series, but, that one I was like, okay, I'll do it. And she sent it to me. And, I like the cast. Everybody's real, everybody's dope on the cast. Shout out to Deborah Coco. She's also on the
Shout
cast.
out to Deborah Coco.
Yes.
Shout out to Ken Seabrook on the check-in too.
Yeah, so, I'm just loving the life of all the different avenues and arrows and all the different places. So that's how that happened. I put on that audition for Juicy. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to the whole crew. They really do a great job.
So you're like the triple threat because we know you got the artist up dance.
Yeah, shout
So
out to
we
Mike
know-
Rizzo for making
He put it up.
that.
He said the artist up dance.
Yeah, that's dope.
He posted
That's
it.
dope.
So,
Yeah. Shout out to Mike Rizzo, man, and the whole
yeah.
the whole family. Pretty good. Mike Rizzo, Dave the Great, Dave
Yes,
Broadcast.
yes.
And don't
Hey,
forget I
hey, hey.
And it's a simple dance too. Man.
Series.
Right with the arms.
Yeah, man.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
It's just how about the way you do it.
Yeah.
She be smooth with it too. Like.
I really don't know how to dance. Shout out to my dog, Richard. Yeah, that's my guy right there. I was like pretty good over there. I hope you on that part. It's black artist, it's black artist. Like, thank you, Teddy.
That's a dope track too. Dope track.
I love it.
Thank you for that. Shout out to DJ Clutch for coming through with that real quick. Thank you.
Right on time.
Always on time.
Right on time.
Always on
You know the
time.
time.
Hey. Trying to get back online,
We're in the studio the other day.
Are you laying down some vocals?
Mike Biggie. All right, y'all want to catch the rest of this song? Y'all gotta just be in the building.
Don't get too much.
Don't call DJ Clutch. Don't get no more.
She said no more.
They don't give them no more. Don't give them no more. They gotta
Shout out to Mike Mizzo and the Goats.
word.
Shout out to you, artists up. Dope track. So you say he was in the studio the other day, right?
Yeah, with Mike Mizzo, pretty good.
That's what's up. So you ain't get to lay down no vocals?
Oh, nah.
Or you just there to support?
They were just doing the artist stuff, and I was there to feel the love.
You need to put some vocals on that. You need to put some bars on there. I think so. Yeah, at least like an 8 ball. Yeah.
We gonna talk about. I don't know, Mike. How you
The
feel?
remix.
How you feel?
Yeah, the remix. Yeah.
Bob Audio is on fire right now.
Come up with something. Dope. Shout out to Pretty Good in the building. The Papa Go. We got Mama Go in the building. Shaniqua Charles. We got Mary the Menace. We got Keziah.
Let's talk about a little bit about your book. Is it a book or is it just audio or
Oh, my album.
your album?
It's
Yeah.
an album that I have.
Yes.
Yeah, so I released 2 singles. Last year, and I released the album at the end of December, right for the New Year. So, 9 tracks on the album. Mary the Menace is on the album. Shout out to Smooth Uncut. So sit down. My guy Therese Bell. He's on the album. He's actually interviewing me. He did a phenomenal job with that interview. He asked such amazing questions. We didn't write anything down, or it was all freestyle interview. And so we're always in 2 minutes. And so again, shout out to Set Aside Sit Down. Smooth Uncut, Therese Bell. That's my guy. So you guys can get that album. It's on every digital platform. TikTok. It's called Come Fly With Me.
Yeah. Yeah, can you do that? Do that one time for us, real quick.
I'll do
Yes.
it. Come fly with me. That's right, guys. Come fly with artists.
Joint. Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. I didn't feel like I had that too much. You guys agree.
Yeah, let's talk about the merch you got on right now.
Oh.
We happened to bear witness last night. Bear witness. No. Let's talk about the merch you got on right now. It's dope merch.
Shout out to the team of the Bronx Boys,
Yeah.
Sincere, Oppression, La Chica.
Yeah.
Old birthday. So happy solar return, Omar Pringle. He is definitely somebody with great integrity and lots of love. Just always out there doing his thing. So again, happy solar return to you, Omar Pringle. We all love you. But yeah, this merch from Bronx Boys. Just hit the
Dope,
bump.
too, it's dope,
Get your merch. They got everything you name it. Sweaters, hoodies, short sleeves, hats, tank tops, you name it. Whatever it is, you can get it. So shout out to the whole team. Again, from the Rough Riders Radio, Sincere, the Bronx Boys, La Chica, and Oppression. Shout out to all y'all, man.
That's dope. That's dope. And you can catch all this up there, starring every Wednesday, right? You be up there, we seeing you on your lives.
Yeah,
You be
yeah.
up there showing
Wednesday and
love.
Friday,
Yeah.
Wednesday and
Oh,
Friday.
I don't know. You know, she got the Bronx Boys gear on, and she all gangster with it tonight. You know, like, and then some days she come into, you know, expressions and just be like, oh,
Like real
You
sophisticated.
know, like,
That's
what's going on?
Switch it
Like,
up.
what's really going on?
That's because I was supposed to be born I'm supposed to be my brother. I was supposed to be my brother, but then I was like, damn, what am I doing with these hips? And put the drugs on down there, right? So yeah, that's how that happened. But you know, I really think I was supposed to. All right, I'm not gonna get too deep.
So
I'm not gonna get too deep.
No, let's talk about it. What are you saying? Like, we don't say that. We don't say that here on Let's Talk About It. We not get too deep. We get deep. That's what we do.
Yeah, we can take some questions from the live audience.
y'all got any questions out there?
Y'all have any
Audience
questions? Listen, y'all got
online.
any questions here?
The audience online, live audience. We can take a question or two because it's probably like a 35, 45-second delay. So just type your questions in there.
Absolutely. Type
I'll
of
answer
question.
2 or 3 questions.
I'm still
Maybe.
trying to get back on.
I mean, go and plead the
She's
fifth.
busy. Yeah, and she's at school right now too. She's
Yeah, yes.
multitasking. That's
I am.
online.
Get my
Yeah.
master's right now from Fordham University.
Nice.
Maybe if I would have got a little more support when I was younger, I wouldn't have to be at Fordham University right now. I don't know if I can say that. I can't say anything. Maybe if I got some support, some more auditions when I was younger.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I got a question.
I'm ready.
I got a question. You're sitting here with this beautiful ring on your hand, on your left finger.
Yeah, no, I
I
just
don't
like jewelry. That's
Oh,
the thing.
okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I was feeling some kind of way. I'm like, wait a minute, did I missed something down
Nah,
the line?
I just like.
All right.
I mean, come on, I do the same thing, and you know, so I feel you on
So
that.
keep
But
the
that's
keep the
great.
men away. Keep the men away.
They,
See that
you know
ring,
what?
you're like, yo,
They ain't hounding me down. They ain't hounding me down. I don't know. It might be the gray hair. I don't know what it is. They might. I think they think I'm a boy when I told them I ain't got no kids.
All right, so wait, does that mean you're
Shit.
single?
wow.
Oh wow! So I'm gonna plead the fifth on it.
Oh,
Leave the fifth.
Plead the fifth. I think it's a little more intriguing. When you plead the fifth, right?
Oh,
okay.
Right? You ever seen some real shit go down? Motherfucker plead the fifth. You like, did you steal the coke or not? Oh wow!
right.
Right. So
right.
I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just.
Straight like that? You
I'm
just gonna
gonna
please
say-
the fifth
I'm
and
gonna keep
just
some stack bundles right underneath, right? Keep all the green money under the mattress. On that, yeah.
All right, well, y'all heard it here. She pleading the fifth, y'all.
We got a few
So
questions that
I don't know.
came in.
That means you could holler at her or maybe not holler at her. Like we don't
You'll
know.
never know. You'll
We gonna-
never
Unless you
know.
try,
Yeah.
we're gonna say it straight like that. Straight like that.
So we got a few questions that came in from Pretty Good. I'm gonna start with Pretty Good. He said,
Let's go.
hey, when when you gonna write a verse for his Pretty Good song?
Listen, man, I'm gonna get right on it. I'm gonna make me put my hoodie on. I'm gonna get right on it. I'm on some type of, I don't know, I got writer's block right now. I'm gonna get up out of that funk that I'm in. And I'm gonna get right to it.
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it pretty good, and
And
that's
I'm dying to get on the song was pretty good. So
that'll be dope.
before I actually kick the button,
That's long overdue anyway.
It's
I need
long
to, yeah,
overdue,
I need to
right?
put that together.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shaniqua Charles said, "Where do you see your career within the next 10 years? And can I go with you to the runaways of Milan,
Milan.
Milan?"
That's funny. 10 years, man. That's a great question.
That's a good one.
Shit, 10 years. That's a long motherfucking time from now. I'm trying to make some things really, really happen. Within the next few months, actually, it's been long overdue, and I don't want to be, I don't want to be working a job, retiring from a job, retire and drop dead and never did
Yeah,
what
that's how
I
they
want
do
to
us.
do. You know what
That's
I
how they do
mean?
us. That's the plan.
So it's like,
Right.
so in the next 10 years, we're very well syndicated. Very well syndicated. And whichever path I decide to really go, whether it's poetry, whether it's creating artists, whether it's, whether I'm on some Russell Simmons, if I want to do it like that, if I want to be behind the scenes or, whatever it is, because as a writer, you can just do so much
Right.
and end up so many places. So Corona came along and changed some shit up, but not really for the creators, because for creators, we're able to do anything through any type of world. And as an educator, I feel like I can really reach the children from the community at this point by finally being outside of the community and just being larger for them to see, like she was tangible, she is tangible. I can still reach out to her, I can touch her, I can talk to her, and look what she's doing. It's possible. Instead of always seeing, a white lady with blonde hair, blue eyes on the screen or
Right.
the billboards, or seeing the same 4 black actresses, they gotta add the 5th one in there, me. Or you know what I'm saying? Or like really just not knowing if it's possible. If the person is black, you can't tell if they're black. It's ambiguous. A lot of times when I'm going for roles, they don't want the dark skinned black girl. It says ambiguous. Meaning we want to be able to guess. Like we want to be able to put you off as white. If we want to say you had a black daddy and a white mommy, then you fit for this role right here. And so 10 years, very well syndicated. And to be honest with you, I'm just tired of coming outside and seeing local crackheads and garbage and rats and shit like that outside. I'm gonna keep it real. I love my hood. I love everything about it. But I feel like at this point, I can service it more by being outside of it. That's really how I feel. So I don't know if you knew that was gonna be my answer or not, or if that's what area you wanted me to go in. Hopefully, I answered the question.
Listen, I answered the question. That's it, right?
Listen, man.
All right, yeah, that was another
My
one.
mom, listen, man. 10 years, you gonna blow Miss Abby's kids up. Right? So you want to make sure that Miss Abby's kids gets up and off the ground, and there's a bunch of Miss Abby's kids everywhere. And the things that we do that's the same, we're gonna be doing them, and the things that we do that's different, we're gonna be doing them. And you just gonna make sure the things that we do different, that you do that I don't do, is gonna blow, and I'm gonna make sure the things that I do that you don't do is gonna blow. And we just together gonna make sure that Miss Abby's kids is in Vermont and everywhere else doing what they gotta do to get funded and all types of stuff. That's what's important. You can't service the hood in the hood. You can't do that, man. You can't do that.
Love that answer.
And shout out to the haters too.
Yeah, shout out to the motherfucking haters.
Shout out to the haters.
Let me, you know what? Let me sit up. Let me sit up on that. I just want to say real quick, I ain't gonna get too deep on that, because they don't really deserve too much of the time. They already, in trying to be in the pot. But shout out to the haters, because you people really do something for the culture that's a little different. And the people who ride with the haters, I'd like to say that, it's not your fault. We was all raised different, some people, I was taught to never be jealous of anybody or anything. And if you feel jealousy is healthy when it's a little bit, when you just feel it a little bit. When you start letting that motherfucker take over and killing your parents for life insurance, or killing your best friend and stabbing your best friend in the back and
on Instagram, on Instagram, talking about, oh, we lit, then with your mother and mother's insurance money.
Yeah,
That shit
yeah.
is sad, man.
It's sad. So just get your shit together, haters, and just know that listen, you could really come fly with me. You feel me?
Talk about it.
It's your girl artist stuff. It's a business.
Talk about it.
And
BX is in the building.
BX is in the building. You can come fly with me. I'm making these goals. I ain't really worried about no haters. Y'all really gotta just check yourself because I got love for the haters too.
They motivate us though. You know, they motivate us.
And with all the technical difficulties and stuff like that, you know, we have another guest on here. We want to know before we have to let you go, because if we have to do another part two, we'll do a part two with you, because I'm sure there's a lot of more questions that we need to have or whatever. But what's next for you, artists? What is next for you? What's coming up? What should we know? What is coming up? What should we look forward to?
Well, actually, I'm doing a lot of things. You guys, I'm not gonna give you too much, but you guys, just if you're not following me on Instagram, it's artist3_up, artist123up. Follow me on Instagram. You know, I don't really put too much of what I'm doing on there. I don't even think I put my interview for tonight on there, because I like to surprise y'all, pop with some stuff. But follow me on there, and from here and now, just put some things that I'm into. But actually, I'm looking for a promoter. To need a promoter to get together, trying to put some things together in San Diego, ASAP actually, so to that end, so we can work on that and as quick as possible, trying to put some things together in San Diego.
All right, all you
So stay
promoters
tuned.
out there, you heard her. She's looking for somebody. Y'all
Hit
better
her up.
hit
Hit her up.
Hit me
I'm
up,
on
because
it.
the artist is they I got people out in Cali out there in San Diego really trying to get some stuff with artists. So please get at me promoters so we can get this work and make this money.
You heard it here. You heard it here. Well, we want to thank you for coming
We wanna thank
through,
you.
and like
Yes, I
I'm
appreciate you guys.
like I said, I'm sure there's so many more questions and stuff that people want to, you know, ask or whatever. I don't know. My live has been messing up all night. I don't know what's going on with it or whatever, because I know
Oh, like
people ask questions. Yeah, but
Covered.
that's facts. My co-host got us covered. He got us on YouTube. We're going to share it or whatever.
Yes.
But is there anything else you want us to know, or, you know, we good to go? Like, what's
You know, I don't know, but I do want to say shout out to DJ and Bob Square Root Entertainment.
And Square Root.
Yeah, so if y'all for some reason do not know who DJ and Bob is, Square Root Entertainment, please just now you know, all right? Just put it in that Google search bar, and you're gonna see all the dope things popping up. Young black brother with his own entertainment company doing this thing for over 15 years. So you need some, they do bar mitzvahs, you name it. They with the program. So shout out to Let's Talk About It. Shout out to you, Dr. B, Nat Fisher.
Yeah.
I know I got on the blonde boy hat, but let me make it clear right now.
let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let
Let's
me make
get
this
it.
clear right now. That truth, peace, love, and music
Woo!
is what it's all about.
Say it one more again. Say it one more
True.
again. One more again.
Peace, love.
I tell you, she's a genius. Tell
That's
her.
what it's all about. So if you don't got your merch, hit your boy Nat Fisher up for your merch, so you
That's
can
right.
get in on the
That's right.
get in. It's your girl artist.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Here
LB
first.
boys. Yeah, that's right.
Live and direct on Let's Talk About It.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you all. So make sure y'all tune in to all this up.
Oh yes. Artist up, artist3_up on Instagram. I cannot wait to rock with you guys on Instagram and come through the Tuesday Night Expressions open mic. Make sure you're there at 6:00 because the list be getting full at like 6:30. So be on that list. Facts, right? Be on that list for Tuesday Night Expressions and let's give it again. And just know that hosting is a real big job. I might make it look a little easy, but that shit ain't no
You make
joke.
it look easy.
All right. And so yesterday the list was cut off at 16 and we made it through 30 people. So
All
let's
right.
Still show love.
still show up.
Yes.
Shout out to all this up, y'all.
Appreciate you. Yes, love you all.
Yeah. That's an artist song, man. That was dope.
Yes, that was dope. Very dope. Yes, yes. I know my live been acting up, but y'all, if you see my live acting up, please go to my co-host, Not Official Page, Not Official Solomon
Yeah, come on over.
on
Come on over.
Facebook,
Show some love.
Instagram, Not Official Traveler.
We got each other.
Make
We
sure,
got
I
each
don't
other's
know what's going
back.
on with my Facebook, so
Yeah.
y'all definitely tune in, go in on these, go, y'all see the live on other people's live. Make sure you go there. We just had artists up in the building. We just had artists up in the building. She just did the damn thing, had an awesome interview. It will be posted later, so don't worry, y'all didn't miss anything. We will post it later on my live.
That's
So
right.
once again, it's on YouTube, it's on Official's Facebook, you know,
Check
so
me out now, Official Fellow Man.
see it again.
Official Fellow Man. Check me out. Facebook, we live with it. You know, we got each other's back. We on YouTube, Not Official Music. We live right now,
Yeah,
so go
yeah.
to the link and
Yeah.
check us out, man. Check us out. Show some
Definitely
love.
check us out. So we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. We got another guest in the building, y'all. We gotta get right to it, get right into it. This young lady, I'm gonna let her introduce. It's no better way to let people
Right.
do it and let them introduce themselves because
Yeah.
I don't want to mess her name up. Yeah, you know.
See the truth though.
And I know every time I say Zaya Amira.
You got it.
Right now I got it. I got it now. But you heard me on the other, post where I say Zaya Amira. I say everything. I got it now because I'm like, you're here in front of my face. I better get it right. But anyway, let's welcome Zaya Amira. Let's go.
Zaya's in the building, y'all.
Woo! Yo, that beat. I'll be ready to freestyle on that shit.
Come on. We live with it. We live with it. Soul up here. Kaziah's here, y'all. Kaziah
What's up, y'all?
means that is Happy Women's Month too. Yeah, Happy Women's Month.
It's nothing like it, everybody. We're going to talk about it tonight.
Yes, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
You heard it.
Welcome, Zaya. Thank you for being here.
How you doing, love? Thank you for having me. I
Absolutely.
appreciate everybody.
Absolutely.
Glad you're here, Kaziah, man. Made it.
Otherwise, it's gonna be sideways, everyone.
Hey, yo, DJ Fresh, what's the vibe?
Come out of this.
What's going on?
We gonna get it poppin' right now. Zaya Amira in the building, singer songwriter. You already hear the vocals. You hear the vocals.
I'm just feeling good. My energy is good. The energy here in the building is good.
Facts. That's a full fact.
Peace, love, and light to everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. This is we had to reschedule you because the first time you wasn't able to make it. So we're
Yes.
definitely glad to have you rescheduled and back on with us. Because we couldn't wait to have you on the show because you're so talented and we appreciate, the music that you give us.
Thank you so much.
I had the pleasure of having you on one of my open mics. And you came up and tore up the spot as always.
Thank you.
So that was a beautiful thing. But how we started off, who's Kaziah Amira? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, well, Kaziah Amira is a singer-songwriter from New York City. I was born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx.
Harlem in the building, that's right. Harlem Hospital to be exact. I was born. That's right, love. And I was raised in the Bronx. I moved back to Harlem in like 2004, 2005. I wanted to do my music. My cousin needed a female to sing on the hook. I did it, and that's how it all started. But I sang my whole life though, but I didn't know I wanted to sing until that moment. So yeah.
So when you say you sang your whole life, when did you start singing? Like,
As far back as I remember, my father used to sing songs to us when we was little, and my mom used to sing all the time in the house. Then Denise Williams came out with Black Butterfly, and it was over after that.
Go back.
I knew right then and there I wanted to be
man.
a singer from that moment. Hmm.
Inspiration.
So you come from a family of singers.
Well, my father's side of the family is they're very talented. Very talented musically wise, and a lot of other things. But as far as music, yes, my father was a singer, songwriter. He played instruments. That's where I get the guitar from. Yeah, he won the Apollo like 5 times straight, back to back.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
What's your father's name?
My father's name was Robert Joyner. He's no longer with us, you know.
Rest in peace.
But,
Rest in peace.
yeah, I don't know. Music has always been me. My brother, he sings, you know, everybody do music. It's just always around me, you know. And I did it in school, so, but I really, you know, I didn't know what I'm going to do with it then. I just loved to sing, and I knew I could then. But I didn't really know I could until 2005.
Okay.
Right.
Why 2005?
Because that was the first time I ever heard myself on a CD.
Okay.
I never heard myself, and then people was like, "Yo, where's your music at?" You know, like, Pep, rest in peace to him. He taught me how to write a song, and from that moment, I've been writing ever since.
It's funny because like before I met you, I seen you on Just Give Me the Mic, Deborah Coco.
Oh, say word!
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
seen
to
that footage.
Coco.
Yeah. Now Deborah Coco, Just Give Me the Mic. I seen you on there.
Yes.
I was like, yo, that's dope. I said, yo, you might. It's like a neo soul vibe you got.
You
Style.
know, that's my energy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm.
You can definitely saw that.
I just love to sing. I never really looked at it as in really trying to be big and this and the third. And I'm being honest, I really didn't. I really just wanted people to hear me sing and to hear what it is that I wrote about. Because my songs is true story songs. A lot of people don't know that. I don't just be like, oh, okay, this is the vibe for now, or this was. No. Every song I write happened. So, yeah.
You always smiling. You are always smiling through your videos, through your, you know, what keeps you smiling, especially.
That's my energy. I love love. And,
Always.
you know, I'm from the old school. Let me tell you, I'm from the old school. People don't believe in love no more because people is too concerned not about emotion and feeling. People is so insecure these days mentally that they scared to get hurt, not knowing that hurt is what make you grow and learn. You can't learn without hurt. You have to get hurt.
Talk about it.
Gotta get hurt somewhere in your life, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a business deal, whether it's a family member. The hurt is what teaches you what not to do and what to do and what to never do again. Facts.
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it.
I'm talking.
I know, I can. I heard you.
Hey,
Clutch.
Let's go, Clutch. DJ Clutch to the
I
1
know.
and 2.
Be what I want to be.
You know the vibe. You know the vibe.
That fit right in there. That's what's up.
Bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Yes.
So let's get right into
Yeah.
okay, so we know you're obviously an awesome singer, you know, you do what you do. Let's talk about you being in the industry and, you know, working with certain people and working and you know, I see you a little bit, you know, all around, you know,
Right.
or whatever. Let's talk about how is it going for you as far as like, you know, promoting yourself or, you know, having a team or, you know?
Okay, let me be honest. When I do everything for myself, which I always did, it works better than with me working with people. And I don't mean that for everybody. It's that a lot of people who come across me, they don't know that I've been doing this before meeting me. So,
I didn't, you know,
Right.
so.
and there's nothing wrong with that, because
Right.
everybody don't have to know everybody. Like we was talking about earlier.
Right.
Look how many friends we all got in common and never met.
That's a true story.
You know what I mean? We've been at the same spots, blah, 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 whatever, but we never met, you know, until I guess the universe felt it was time to. But
Right.
at the end of the day, my experience with working with people never turns out to be good. And again, I must say, that's not with everybody. That's just with,
Be clear.
yeah, let's be clear, that's not with everybody, because I don't work with everybody. I'm not a picky person, though I am. And I have to be picky because my brain doesn't pick what to do, my gut and my soul does. And if I don't set right, then I don't feel right, and I can't be right, and it can't be done right. Period. You understand?
Yes.
But I always seem to be coming across the same demons in different bodies, different eras, different time zones, and keep dishing me the same bullshit. Let's keep it 100. And I'm still sitting in the same place where I was before I even met you. And I came to realize that people come across me for whatever reason. Like I said, a lot of people, when they meet me or whatever, entertainment wise, and they don't know that I'm doing music, they think that I'm just a person that is love to sing. I'm just coming out, this and the third. I'll give out the information, but they don't check or look or background me
Right.
or nothing. They just go with what they think. They seriously hyped up for whatever reason it may be. And then they get all social media hyped up.
Right.
And, oh, she's coming out with this. We're doing this. And nothing
All
is
the hype.
done.
Right.
Nothing. This has been going on for years. Is that, can I blame the people for that? Or can I blame myself? Well, I blame both, because I've always been independent. I've never asked nobody for help. I've never stepped to nobody for help. And any help that I've ever asked for or came to, I've always came with cash. The American way of how you do business.
Right.
And I still have nothing done. And this is what I got done. My people still waiting like this. Damn, because we've been waiting with you for a long time. You lucky, we lucky. But that's what I go through. And people get up on a hype or whatever, or like how we sit around, people get attached to my energy, whatever the case may be. They watch my videos, they post or whatever. I'm not a social media person, and a lot of people don't know that. People think because we're in an era of social media that I am glued into social media 24 hours a day.
Definitely tell.
I really
Anybody
am.
follows you knows that.
They know that.
That's your thing.
If you don't have my telephone number to where you're texting me directly, I won't know that you sent me a message unless we've already been corresponding about work issue, me coming out to support, music, whatever the case may be. I'm not on social media like that. And I stopped being on social media like that because social media is fake, it's phony, and I see a lot of two-faced shit that's going on. And I can't really say it's none of my business, but I'm part of entertainment, and I have to deal with that whether I want to or not. The thing is how to deal with certain things. You know what I mean?
I mean, without bashing anybody or getting into anyone, but we are on Let's Talk About It, and we talk about real shit.
Right.
So you talked about the fuckery and the bullshit and the
Of
fakeness. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Let's talk about it.
Okay, I can start as far back as the managers I've had. I've always been independent, but I happened to come up, and I'm gonna keep them nameless. I had 3 managers, and 2 of the managers I had, one jerked me out of show money. The second one was going behind my back doing dealings and this and the third for their own benefit because now they found their inner artist. And then I had the third one just, constantly throwing bullshit and dick at me. And I just gotta keep it 100.
Wait,
It's a horrible business.
wait.
Right, you heard that right.
I just want to make sure I heard it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you heard that right.
Bullshit and dick entry.
Bullshit and dick. Right,
That's wild.
right.
I'm proud out there for that.
Listen, let's talk about it. 'Cause
Let's
that's
talk about
what
it.
we grown ups here.
This is what
We
you said.
talking about it tonight, but that's what it is.
This is what you said. You said to me, you don't do the bullshit. You don't use anyone to keep it real as possible, and you wanted to wait until you were ready and ready to put it out there. So that's why I'm putting it out there and letting you get have the platform to say what you need to say and get it off your chest,
Right.
or whatever, and just keeping it real. Let's talk.
Keeping it real, this business has made me really sick and tired of it. Period. I'm an earthy person. And I tell this to all my people that know me, who know me. They know I'm the female that be running through the forest naked, killing the animals, eating and cooking them, frying them on the rocks.
Yeah, love it.
That's
Talk
me,
about it.
right? My energy is there. So I'll pick up on BS way before, while a person is still creating the BS in their brain. Though I don't say nothing, because though my good is never wrong, I still have that energy of everybody deserves a chance.
That's a fact.
And so I stay to myself. I don't mingle. I used to go out. I used to spend money to support. And when I say support, I don't mean me just showing up. I used to bring people, paying at the door, buying the food, dropping money in tip buckets, posting up for weeks and all that. And the only thing I would ask is somebody to come out to a free show just to listen to me for 7 minutes of 2 songs, and nobody would come out.
We know all too much. We ask people to just share our flyer and hit a button, and so we totally get it.
Listen, when I say I was gung-ho, if you look at my YouTube is time-stamped for how gung-ho I was. I was so thirsty for the music, thirsty for everybody to hear me, thirsty for every show. I've never lost an open mic, a talent show. I never lost a show, period, right? And that gave me a great resume, right? And so with that resume, I was having doors somewhat open and this and the third. And I came to realize that this business is about bullshit, sex, two-facedness, phoniness, fakeness, fuckery, and bullshit. And I am so sick and tired of it, to the point to where I just want to sit in my house and create music for my cats to listen to. and I'm being funny right now, but that's where it's at. And yeah, I know I can, trust me, I know I can make my own money doing it because I was doing it before. The problem is to where I'm at now, I took 3 years off because I needed to get some personal stuff that I was going through in my life. I needed to get it together. And I was so gung-ho on music that I was falling backwards on my life. I was 24 hours a day. I mean, when I say 24, and people go through my pages, they can see it. Everything is timestamped. I was on it 24 hours a day. I wasn't sleeping. I was in every spot. I was putting a band together. I wanted to play my own original music. I wanted to be here, there. I was doing all of that. I was making money doing that, right? But before I was making money, I loved it so much. I was doing it for years for free because I just wanted people to feel my energy. It ain't have a damn thing to do with me trying to blow up or status, nothing like that. I was a good singer. I sang in every spot you can think of, and I sang in every spot that's no longer here. But I have receipts of all of that on my YouTube. The problem is I keep bumping into people who is not about Keziah. They don't care about Keziah. They give me a bunch of bullshit about this, that, the third with Keziah. You know why? Because Keziah don't deal with bullshit. Keziah don't do two-face. Keziah don't do the fake shit. And I will not, and I refuse. I don't give a fuck what the money is. I refuse to be around anybody whose energy is disturbing. Simple. And so when people don't see me at spots, it's not personal. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with people. It may have something to do with just how I feel myself of being around certain situations. You understand? It has nothing to do with that. I've been doing this long enough to where I sit back on social media and I'm like, this makes no damn sense to me at all. You know what I mean? Like, how could I feel comfortable doing anything when everybody is on that same wave, but you treat me differently because I don't fuck with your wave? I don't understand that. I'm not a demon. I don't do demon shit. I mean, I could be about that life like everybody else. Trust me, I can. Because we on a devil planet. God is within certain people, but God gave this planet to the devil to run for a few. You know what I mean? To see which way we going. And I don't rock with him, and that's why I'm still sitting here, nowhere. The devil kept coming to me like this. Listen, let me zip down my zipper. I want you to take this out and sign this contract. Okay? And we're gonna walk your ass right in the door with your pretty ass.
Yes.
I've been there and done that.
Right.
I had major labels and indie labels do the same shit. This business is not about talent. It's not. It has nothing to do with talent. When I was growing up, talent was you had to know how to sing, dance, write, act, tap dance. You had to know everything.
Right.
Now you got machines singing and rapping for you. You got ghost writers because you can't sit down long enough. The time it takes you to write a blunt, you can write a fucking song. You can write a verse. But your brains ain't there. Your brains is on belts, sneakers, pussy, killing, all kinds of shit. All the shit that I'm trying to escape from my neighborhoods. Let's talk about it. Listen, for the people that's on Keziah Amira's live right now, I can't see anything to respond, so please forgive me. I'm gonna have to respond to you after the fact. But thank you for watching anyway.
Keziah's here, yo. Keziah's here.
Keziah's in the
Keziah's in the building.
Keziah.
Oh, promoters and managers are the biggest fake fuckeries on the planet.
Talk about that.
We definitely gonna talk about that. What you was gonna say, Tasha?
Of course.
Go for it right there. We need to keep it right there. Let's go.
I need to stop the shenanigans, man. Stop selling, drink orders and shit, man. You can't even buy me a drink, man. Stop doing it.
Yo, that E&J got me nice right now. I'm not even
Shout out to
gonna lie.
that EJ Apple.
Shout out to the.
We about to go get
Shout out.
The gangster tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be killing it.
So
I'm loving it.
I mean,
Listen, we adults. Speak your mind, honey.
now I am, and I'm saying this just from like a real place. Like I met you, and it was just a vibe. Automatically, we connected. Whatever you came through, your music. I had you perform at
Alamos.
Alamos. Yes, that's where we met.
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right, that's it.
That's in Mount Vernon.
But from there, I had you perform at the breast cancer awareness
Yes.
event, and you did the damn thing there at the community
Yes,
center
yes,
for Abby's kids.
yes.
And just
Shout out to
everything.
Shanika Charles, who's in the audience.
Nice to meet you.
Always,
Yeah.
always showing support.
I have love for everybody. It's just people don't know how to fuck with my energy. And my energy is pure like water, so I don't understand it. So those must be the people who don't like to drink water. Like Erica Badu say, water for my brain.
Yes. And what you see is what you get with you. So I don't really get it. Like, just hearing some of the
People don't want to take the time to know me. They go off of either bullshit they heard, funky feelings from other people, whatever the case may be. I really don't give a fuck. I don't. Because ain't nobody paying my bills. Ain't nobody doing shit for me. So I really don't care.
As you should.
I like to give a shout out to my oldest, Lefty R. Right. I know you watching this.
Your oldest now.
Yes.
I love that. I love that.
Wade the God, I like to give you a shout out as well.
What up, Wade? What up, bro?
Stephanie Gibbs, Marky
What
3.
up?
I'm
What
sorry,
up?
I have to tell
It's
you.
all good.
It's,
Guys,
it's
get
all
those shout
falling
outs
out
out.
like
Yes,
now.
let's go.
Hands and everything.
Yeah.
Sip with Steph, make sure
Yes.
you're tuned in.
Woo woo.
Mhm.
Let's go. Keep going. You got any other
Yeah.
shout outs? Any other shout outs?
They'll come to me.
All
you
right.
know, the liquor, that liquor and that sour got me right now. So, you know.
Okay.
But I'm functionable. It's all good.
Let's go. Can we get a little bit of that? Give us a little bit of that.
Be right on time.
Let's go.
I tell you, that boy's a genius. Tell him.
He's a genius.
That's right.
DJ Clutch on the 1 and 2. You know, DJ Clutch.
DJ, yeah.
I'm loving this vibe right now.
You on
The
a different,
space,
you know,
the energy is
frequency. That's
great.
why.
Yes, my
You know?
frequencies.
That's what we on.
You already know.
And this red light is banging.
Right.
She got me feeling like I'm in my living room with her. Hey, how y'all doing? It's tired of mirror shit. You know how I do.
Listen, everybody knows we know all about the light. All about the light is all about the light. We ain't got that right, we ain't got nothing right.
The light should always be right.
That's a fact. Okay, so now just going back on a more I'm not gonna say that was a negative note, but you know, back on a more positive note. Who are you working with now? Are you just promoting yourself and on your own?
Okay,
your own
so I
time?
do have upcoming situation coming up that I'm not gonna mention yet.
Okay.
Because I used to have this habit of saying what I was gonna do and then it wouldn't happen because people would snatch all the energy away from it.
Aura snatch.
I got that.
Right, all the snatches, that's right. So I'm not gonna say what that situation is. As far as music, I have none right now. I do have music. Let me rephrase that. I have music.
Yeah.
I have music that I have old shit because it's hard for me for whatever reason to get into a studio, whether I got money, whatever the case may be. It's always some shit. And if I get into a studio, my shit don't sound right when I leave. It's just always something. So
I was just gonna say,
it's just one of those moments. That's no blame on nobody. I kind of blame myself for it because as intelligent of a person that I know I can be, what I should have did was just set up on my own shit and just did it from my house, which I'm in the process of doing now. So, right. So that way I don't have to deal with any of the people that say that they're for me and show me that they're really against me. And that's really not towards nobody. Like I said, people
Okay,
come
so
up with hype and
that's what I
can't back
wanna
up hype.
like I know you're saying people against you. Do you really think that they're against you, or they just don't know
Well,
any better, or don't know
Let me rephrase that word. You're right. Against is a big word to use. Let me just say this. I come from an era, and my energy is, if we all trying to get somewhere, and one person is here, this, that, the third, whatever. I thought since people are friends, close, chill together, support, or whatever, I thought regardless of what people do in their own personal time for what they're trying to do, I thought that people were supposed to help each other.
Right.
And I don't see that. And it's not so much of me getting that, because at the end of the day, we're now in a lifetime to where you can do all of that yourself. You don't need a deal. You don't need people for nothing. But you do need people for networking. You need people for a whole lot of stuff outside of what it is you can actually do yourself, right? The problem is this. People been working at their own shit for so long and it went nowhere because people are scared of change or scared to ask for help because everybody is wearing 7 hats. Fuck the 7 hats. What you're really wearing is 7 faces, because I don't see hats changing. I see faces changing. You understand? That's what I see. So with that being said, the problem is people feel like this. I've been doing this for a long time, and if I help this person, I already see. I don't feel that they're better than me. I feel that they're just as good as me. I feel we're on the same path, whatever. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna help this motherfucker and get through the door before I did. And that's the problem with why nobody's helping each other. Everybody is so envious of each other. It's a fucking shame. And I know this because I see shit, I hear shit. I don't run my mouth. I don't say nothing. Nobody would never know I know shit about nothing. The problem is I know it fucking all and I don't want to be a part of it. How about that?
It makes total sense.
How about that?
Let me tell you something. Just doing, just having, doing a little bit of everything.
Right.
I know, people talk about me, say whatever about me, which I don't care.
Embrace it.
Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. I don't care anymore. I've gotten to a point, I used to care about all that stuff. I used to like take
Everybody on the planet, whether they admit it or not.
Exactly. I used to take it home with me. I used to put some kind of weight. The stress that used to lay on my shoulders, used to be crazy. So when people come to me and tell me today, oh, you better be careful of this one. Oh, people that smile in your face, don't, what? I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I got this, because I'm at a point in my life, none of that shit matters to me anymore, because I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. So when I have somebody that comes to me and says, listen, Tasha, Queen, you got this. You don't need anybody else or whatever. And I embrace that big time, because I know I don't need anybody else, but it's always nice to have a team.
You do need people.
Right.
Everybody
You do.
needs
At the
somebody.
end of the day,
Everybody needs somebody. The thing is finding the right people to be around you.
People are sneaky behind your
That's
back.
it.
Exactly. But let me say this. With that being said, I love my team. I love, the support I get from the people around me or whatever. And people can say what they want or whatever, the levels and all that stuff. But I love my team. Anybody who supports me, how can you not love them if they support you and they support me?
Because I'm gonna tell you, I can answer that. Because sometimes people only support you when they want something from you.
When it's beneficial.
That's
But
when
what
it's
I'm trying to say
beneficial.
is,
Right.
that's why I didn't get to finish. But what I was saying, if it's sincere and it's coming from a good place, I embrace it. And
Right.
if you know what, and at the end of the day, and if you're doing me dirty behind my back, or you're just in it, it shows later. It shows later, because it's shown already on people and on their faces every freaking
Listen,
day.
you know what I do to those people? Let me tell you what I do to them. I hug them when I see them. You
Absolutely.
know why? Because they don't expect a hug. And when you hug a demon or somebody who is unrighteous, regardless of the righteousness, they don't expect that to come from you. So they don't know what the fuck to do when you do that. They're like this. Oh shit, this bitch just took all my energy. And that's what I do. I take your energy and get rid of it. I'm an empath. I don't ask to take people's energy. I suck it in automatically. Your emotion, your feelings, your depression, how you feel good, whatever the case may be, if you're lying, if you're deceitful,
Right.
all of that.
Right.
I don't say shit, but every empath on the planet that's an empath know exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
Mm.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
When
fact.
when we back up and be like, you know what, even though this is a party, I'm gonna be here about 10 minutes. It's a reason for that. It's
Absolutely.
not because people is trying to be funny or no, it
No,
has
it's just
nothing
that
to
you
do.
wanna be a
When your
part.
spirit start giving you that first day of school feeling, it's time to bounce.
Right.
Period.
That's
I don't give a
fact.
fuck who don't like it. I'm out.
That's a fact. Like, and
But that's for my peace.
No,
You
you're right.
feel what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
you.
That people, and ain't nobody going home with me. They don't have to deal with how I'm feeling or what I have to do to get all that energy off of me. You understand? That's a process. That shit builds up. And when it's too much, you gotta sweep it off. Ain't nothing you can do about that. And if you don't understand what it is, you carry that on and you suck all that shit in, and now you messed up mentally.
Not really.
So forth.
Not really. You can meditate.
Meditation,
Meditation.
yes, of course. But a lot of people don't know to do that. A lot of people don't even know that they're empaths.
They don't like that lifestyle around.
They just haven't gotten in tune yet. Sometimes you need a teacher. I was taught by accident by
Shout out to the teacher.
by a narcissist. Shout out to the narcissist. How about that?
Shout out to the non-believers.
Listen,
To the
we not
deceivers.
here we not put here on this planet to make anybody believe anything. You either believe or you don't. It's as simple as that, you know?
It's a true story. Like, we come across people every day that believe in us and don't believe in us, but still act like they believe in us, support us and act like they support us and still don't support us or whatever. But at the end of the day, this is a question for you. And you've answered this on many levels, but during this pandemic, with everything going on or whatever, you always keep a smile on your face. You always stay motivated and positive. You always have a good encouraging word for everybody. What keeps you so positive and staying so motivated? And
I love life. I love love. And I love nature. You know, I love people. I really, really do. Don't get me wrong. I love people. I just don't like when people think that they can get over on people that love. if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, we're really the people that's really going to be here in the end. Because our mental is going to tell us how to continue on to that next level. We got to be at. Everybody's not in tune, and I can't really comment for everybody. I know I'm in tune. I know my kids are in tune. So at the end of the day, that's what the fuck that really matters. And my kids are grown, so they already know already. So I did my job.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk, Keziah.
Listen, like I said, you know, dealing with a lot of people and a lot of bullshit, you know, I just got tired for a minute. So technically, I'm really just gonna fall back for a second. I write every day. You know, I do things in my house every day. I'm a shy person, though people don't know that. I'm very shy. I'm very to myself. You know, it has nothing to do with other people. That's just how my energy is as a person. I've always been that way. You know, and I like quiet, peaceful, frequency type things. And if people that I'm around or whatever can't abide by that boundary, then I don't want to be around you and I don't want to work with you. I'm not showing up to shit. I'm not inviting you to shit. And it's just as simple as that. You know what I mean? So, right. With that being said, I don't really care. My haters motivate me because they watch me more than the people that like me and love me. They're the ones that keep me going because they stand right in my face and think I don't know. When I have inner powers that tell me who you are. When I smile because my smile and that energy I got fucks your frequency up. You don't know how to act at the end of the day. I'm saying you don't even know what hit you, but your subconscious knows what hit you. And those who are conscious know exactly what the fuck I just said.
absolutely.
Right, sis?
I love it.
Right. So, you know, sometimes I may be a little unbalanced, you know, like on the Libra scale, though I'm fully a February Aquarian, you know. Yeah, with that being said, you know, like I said, I love life. I don't fault for nobody for this shit. Everybody is going through shit at the end of the day. I just choose not to deal with it or what have you. I got some things coming up, still writing songs, still trying to find a studio that matches Keziah, because I need to be barefoot in the studio. I need to be comfortable. I need to be, you know, whatever the case may be. But I got some shit coming for y'all. And that's it. I thank y'all. I thank all my watchers, my followers. I see people in my live. I'm blind as a bat right now, so I can't see who's in it, who's saying what, or whatever the
We're gonna get
case.
into these comments.
But yeah, get in the comments. Somebody asking me some more, whatever. You know, I'm an open book right now, so you better read me while you can.
Sneaker Charles said, such a beautiful speak the truth.
Thank you, sister.
You know, MC Heaven says, my love, sis.
Thank you.
MC Heaven says she's true dedication, she's genuine.
Yes.
TJ Vita said, yep, this is me.
Peace and love.
She said, loving this. TJ Vita on the check-in.
Thank y'all so much for
Big
watching.
shout out to TJ Vita. Look out
Yeah.
for the round table we got going on next
Mhm.
month, talking about women issues.
Shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate it. I'm really new to this live shit because I don't be living like everybody else. I'm more laid back story and video and, you know.
Oh, Pretty Good said he need a collab with Keziah.
You need a collab, inbox me, baby.
Inbox me.
Let's do some
Inbox
music.
me, baby.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
That's it. Well, that'll be dope too.
Keziah Mary, or you can catch me through his info, through Nat official info.
Yep.
Anybody
Or
else?
Queen Tasha.
Or Queen
Yeah,
Tasha
or
B,
Queen
I'm
Tasha
sorry.
B.
I'm sorry, I'm coming from his phone, it will make me say that.
Right.
And Tasha
She's over there to the
B.
left, to the
We
left.
just literally got
To the
our
left.
so
Right.
Oh, good.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Listen,
Mhm.
we thank you for coming out. You did the damn thing. Anything you want us to know, anything you want to talk about, anything you didn't get to.
Well, you know, you will always have me back. Like I love to talk. I could do this all day. Well, let me rephrase that. All evening. But no, I think I basically said everything. And you know, anybody feel any kind of way about anything I said, I don't give a fuck.
It is what it is.
I'm just being honest. I've been
Listen, it's your interview. It's how you
It's my
feel.
life.
It's your life.
Living your truth.
You can't be mad at that.
We
right?
didn't see the truth yet because let me be 100 right now. I really came here tonight, like I said, not to bash anybody. I was really gonna come on a whole nother level. But then I had to think when I got here that it was so peaceful and the energy and so forth of how I was feeling. I said to myself, you know what? I'm not gonna feed that energy with that energy. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna give y'all any light. But what y'all are gonna get is the light from me. And it's coming up pretty soon. Facts on that. And I love y'all so much.
We love you, Keziah.
Hey!
Thank you. Coming through.
Hey!
Y'all give it up for Keziah.
I'm trying to be fixed and be talking to me.
Oh, you hear her. Uh-oh.
Yeah!
It's going down.
It's gonna fuck down. Stand up, BX 505.
They gonna be mad about that one. They gonna be real mad. Tell me why you mad. Tell me why you mad.
They mad already because I wanna rock right now.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Got a lot of hearts.
Frequency makes a person beautiful. Because your frequency don't lie, no matter how fake it. Peace and love. Hey. I'm on my way home right now. About to throw the video, get popping, but then not the party about to stop when I get the fuck up in the bed. Let's get it. Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey,
Let's talk about
I like it.
Let's talk about
Let's talk
podcast.
about
What? Let's talk about it, y'all. Thank you so much. Artists up.
I know I can. Because I can. I know I can. Because I can.
I know I can.
Let me put the bifocals on. Hey, I love you. King Laji is in the building. My name is
Maybe it's not like I'ma see you on tonight in my spirit when I have the party. You already motherfucking know. Later. I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard,
Big boys and girls, listen up. You can be anything in the world.
Black ain't got so much.
Takes much practice, like all the words. Coming strong.
I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard, I'll be where I wanna be.
I know I can. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do another bit.
Boys and girls,
Peace, love, and music. Find and listen to a bit. Check it out. I got black, I got white, I got red, and I got green. Check it out. So you know who's gonna have that. Box here. That's what we go to. So I'm gonna see y'all next week. Let's talk about the podcast. Shout out to Naya. Shout out to Artist. Shout out to DJ Clutch. Shout out to my beautiful co-host, Tasha B. The Queen. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to the lovely Sneaky Chuck. Mary Bennett. Shout out to BG. Really good. Hot shit all over the building. And I was big in my seat. That's where we at.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Clay. Yes, I know. You out of here?
Yeah, she doesn't feel too good.
Oh, no.
Use
Feel better, my darling.
Make sure she doesn't sit on her glasses.
Hope you feel better, baby.
Remember her glasses right here. She wants to sit on the
Yeah,
She
I
can
definitely
breathe all
know.
the time.
I heard her sniffling.
Yeah.
It's that. Nope, that's my gun.
That is yours?
That's my mother gun. I'm trying to steal you.
I never. I thought it's.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She said, no, I never.
I love you guys.
Love you too. Be safe.
No, I live
I got a party in DJ.
Oh, man.
Yeah, from 11 to 4.
You got what tonight, man?
I got a party in DJ tonight from 11 to 4.
Oh, shit, for real? Where at?
On East 188.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Mad close. So I'm gonna take my shopping cart right back home at 5 o'clock in the
It's
morning.
convenient for you.
Go me Dunkin' Donuts, give me something to eat.
Yeah, nah, he got no booty. That's dope.
Yes, it is.
Hell yes.
Is it an open party?
Right.
Can anybody come?
Hey, Clutch, I'm like,
But yes.
Fucking going on?
Peace and love. Jade, I gotta call you back.
Huh?
Oh, thank you so
Yeah, I'll
much.
tag you in the
I'll
box
talk
too.
to you like that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
tag you.
And I'll send y'all all the pictures.
Thank you, my darling. I love you.
Yeah.
Yes. What you need?
Nah, that's
Yeah,
a dope
gotta
spot,
give
though.
it right life.
What's behind
Yeah, she got
I'm gonna wait till you
She sent it to me. I'm gonna tag you.
No, that green long extension
Nah, that was
cord, you're
dope.
sitting on it.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Okay.
wait.
All right.
I thank y'all so much. I had a bomb fucking time.
Yeah, I'm glad you came up
Like
with
I
that.
said, y'all gonna, come through with Elle and
Man, you should be throwing it down.
What's that mean?
Listen, I cook like I cook in a restaurant every day. I love to cook. I just ain't got no fucking body to cook for.
Oh,
But I need my
Listen,
that's right.
we gonna
Now you're my motherfucking house. People don't even know me.
Yeah, road trip. We gonna come through.
No, because
So this.
I'm in Brooklyn. I'm on I'm in Flatbush, East 53rd.